what goes on inside your engine, and we make liquids race. All that today on A Moment of Science. Okay, now with liquids, they have that loose structure. Liquids have a interesting set of physical properties, okay? A physical property is something an object has just because it is that particular object. Okay, now liquids have three interesting characteristics that make them a physical property, ways that we can identify certain objects based on their behavior. Okay, for instance, paper would be white. That's a physical property. Okay, strawberry syrup has a red coloration. Okay, they all have particular characteristics that let us know that they are whatever we're talking about. All right, now one of these characteristics is also called viscosity. Okay, if you've heard of viscosity before, it is the fluid's resistance to flow. Okay, a liquid's resistance to want to flow. So that means that if something is very viscous, it doesn't flow very well. Okay, if something is not very viscous, it flows really fast. Okay, so an object with high viscosity would be something like oil. Okay, now oil is the stuff that you put into your car, okay, and it is not very viscous, it's very viscous at first, and when you heat it up, it gets less viscous. All right, so temperature can actually affect the viscosity of an object. So what I've got here are these three liquids. I've got strawberry syrup, chocolate syrup, and honey, okay, kind of spread out on this page before me, and we're going to kind of race them so I can demonstrate to you guys what exactly viscosity is, okay. As soon as I pick up the page, strawberry syrup's made it to the bottom. So it's not necessarily a very viscous fluid, okay? Chocolate's making its way a lot faster than honey is, okay? Again, making it less viscous than honey. So honey is the most viscous object of the three that I've used here, okay? That's because it is super resistant to flow, okay? Now we can actually heat up the honey, and you've probably done this if you've had some tea, okay? Tea and honey together, it makes the honey less viscous, okay? It pulls that viscosity away because you heat it up and make the molecules move a little bit faster, okay? And that actually causes the viscosity of an object to decrease. Another interesting physical property is buoyancy, okay? And buoyancy is the ability of a fluid to resist the force of gravity, okay? So gravity is always forcing down on us. Buoyancy is always forcing up if we're in a fluid, okay? Think about when you jump in a pool, all right? If you jump in a pool, you float because you are buoyant. All right, so this is a piece of aluminum foil, and as you notice, if I put it onto my tray of water that I have right here, it floats, okay? And I can actually force it to go around, okay? And that's because the buoyant force of the liquid is causing it to stay above. All right, I have a penny here, okay? Penny is going to be dropped into this substance, and the buoyant force of the liquid was not enough to counteract the gravity that was acting on it, okay? So the weight of the penny was more than the buoyant force upward could supply, okay? So it sunk, all right? The aluminum, that wasn't the case. The aluminum floated, okay? And the penny sunk because it it overcame the buoyant force that was pushing upward. Hopefully you're now better prepared to differentiate between viscosity and buoyancy. We'll do that next time in class.